did not.
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Why do you want me to talk about anxiety? Hi, my name is Natalie Bassi, and I am second. In high school, my faith was definitely, like I was saved, I know this, but I think my faith was more of a reliance on my parents, because my parents were saying, hey, it's Sunday, we got to go to church. Hey, like, this is what it means to be a Christian, right? I never was like, okay, what does Jesus say about being one of his followers? And then I come to Liberty and it's freshman year, and it's more of a bigger community, more people, you're a little bit more independent. Went through just a season of, I really don't even know how to describe it. Maybe just realizing that my identity will never be found in somebody else. It will never be found in a person, a boyfriend. It will never be found in a career or academics, nothing of that. Like, your identity is always going to be rooted in Christ. As the semester rolled on, I was given an opportunity to work at a camp that summer in Georgia. And that would be my first time being away from home and kind of being on my own in another level of being independent. And the position that I was offered was to be a worship speaker. So basically that's a woman preacher. It's just a biblical way of saying a woman pastor for elementary school girls. And it created probably the most anxiety that I've ever experienced in a very bizarre way. It created just this turmoil in my spirit, and I had no idea why. I didn't know if it was like the enemy attacking me or if it was just me creating all this in my own head. But regardless, I entered into this time of literal like fear. And that fear was represented in anxiety, and then that anxiety kind of created like this small like sadness. And finally there was one morning when I woke up, and I remember looking at this wall that I always wake up to every morning. And I remember looking at it and immediately just having this full like head to toe onset of panic, of just thinking, I have no control over my body. And that was the first time I experienced an anxiety attack, which is what I found out it was. And it lasted for an hour, and I remember walking in to the common area in our dorm and just like looking outside and just seeing life happening, and seeing that people were walking and seeing birds and seeing trees and just seeing life, and thinking, okay, I have no idea why this is happening, but I know that like I can move on, and I know that I can find hope. Counseling, what it did for me was just verbalize things that I needed to verbalize and process it with somebody who like that's what their job was, to process things. And I think it helped me put a lot of things to bed. I think the Lord really made me realize that the gospel is not about us, and that the Bible is not about us, and that none of this really is about us. It's by God's like grace and mercy that we're even a part of the story in a way. Because I was given a platform to speak to all these girls about Jesus. But I'm doing a disservice to Christ if I'm making it all about me. And I'm saying I'm the hero of the story, not Christ. So when you allow that to change your perspective, and you realize that everything has to go back to Christ, like everything has to go back to Christ, but our job is to reflect Christ through the gifts and talents that he's given us. Everything that the Lord is doing in my life and in your life too, it's on his time, and we have to trust the process. I know it's a funny saying, but you really have to trust the process that the Lord's taking you through.